Howdy, and welcome to Lie Swatter, the massive true or false trivia game. We can accommodate a huge number of players in a game. Although I suppose it's not the size of the player lobby that matters, it's what you do with it. All right then, before we get started, don't forget, new players can go to this website and enter this room code to join the game at any time. Let's play. You're going to see 7 crazy facts pulled from these fact categories. I've just been informed every giraffe has the exact same number of spots. Use your device to pick whether you think the fact is true or a lie. In place of popcorn, New Zealand movie theaters serve Spam. Whoopi Goldberg worked as a phone sex operator. The Great Barrier Reef is the largest reef in the Atlantic Ocean. Michael Keaton was a puppeteer on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. In 1776, Americans called English muffins Patriot Puffs. Frank Sinatra was once arrested for seduction. And here's your score at the end of round 1. Here are your next 7 fact categories. Babe Ruth drank a pint of beer between each inning during the 1927 season. Lisa Simpson's saxophone music was recorded by John Coltrane. Polar bears eat 80% of their young. Gandhi grew up in northern Scotland. Mile High and Creme de Cana ice creams contain marijuana. George Washington's false teeth were made of hippopotamus ivory. In space, astronaut screams are actually amplified. Here is your score. For the final round, all the facts will be about one category. That category is Dr. Seuss books. See if you can tell the real Dr. Seuss book titles from the fake ones we made up. It's puberty, Peter Piffle. Billy Boofaloof, where have you gone? The Great Gilfer's Goofy Gala. Hooray for Diffendoofer Day. A 4 Feefle Friday for me. There's a walk it in my pocket. Bartholomew and the Oobleck. And here's your final score. It's time for another game of Lie Swatter. You're going to see 7 crazy facts pulled from these fact categories. Braille versions of Playboy magazine have been published since 1970. A Swiss political leader was assassinated by a man in a bear costume with an axe. Arnold Schwarzenegger only ate baby food on the set of Commando. There's a toilet theme park in South Korea honoring former mayor Mr. Toilet. Cheerleaders are twice as likely to suffer from clinical depression. Guinness was served in school cafeterias until 1980. Buffalo, New York elects a king instead of a mayor. And here's your score at the end of round 1. Here are your new fact categories. A police dog served 4 consecutive terms as Deputy Sheriff of Toronto. Johnny Cash was married to Cher for 3 days. During the Spanish Inquisition, liars would get their pants set on fire. A female yak is called a knack. Richard Nixon had 6 pet dogs die during his presidency. The Philippines is known as the texting capital of the world. Invitations to Prince William and Kate Middleton's wedding were sent by fax machine. Here is your score. For the final round, all the facts will be about one category. That category is songwriters. See if you know which of these songwriter facts are true and which are lies. Prince wrote the Bangles hit Manic Monday. Shel Silverstein wrote the Johnny Cash hit A Boy Named Sue. Adam Sandler wrote the theme song to King of Queens. Bob Dylan co-wrote Romeo and Juliet with Taylor Swift. The lyrics of Smells Like Teen Spirit were taken from the back of a Cocoa Puffs box. Salman Rushdie wrote the Cat Stevens hit Peace Train. Mick Jagger wrote the Maroon 5 hit Moves Like Jagger. And here's your final score.
Start of game activation is live and ready.
Could we get one of the writers in here for some more pre-show announcements? I feel like I've said some of these a couple times already.
So I realize I've forgotten my bag, and I go back into the office to get it. And there they are, all the security guards, dressed up like us, shouting our catchphrases.
Penelope, Penelope, do you think that that's how your costume is supposed to look? Really, you do?
Hi, I'm Kyle Pepper, and ever since I was a little boy, I wanted to be a professional baseball player. Well, now I'm 36 and going nowhere fast, so that's why I'm starting Kyle Pepper's...
Welcome to the game. I'm your host, Cookie Masterson, and I hate to toot my own horn, but... Oops, sorry, that wasn't mine. There we go, that one's mine. I'm glad it's just you and me. This way I can give you my full attention. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by...
Kale Mart. If you find a single thing in our store that is not associated with kale, it's free. Kale Mart. We don't even know what kale is, and we don't care.
If you happen to find our sponsor's wrong answer of the game, you'll be rewarded with big prizes and cash. Okie doke, this is really happening.
Get ready, time for question 1.
To get started, mail enhancement. Just taking a moment to open my mail. Something I like to do every couple years. Probably should have paid that. An old Christmas card. Well, let's see what it says inside. Well, it's been a big year for the whole family. Junior learned to drive, Mom changed jobs, and Dad started a drug empire cooking and selling high-quality methamphetamine. What TV family is this Christmas card from? The Greens, the Browns, the Blacks, or the Whites? Oh, you're gonna kick yourself. Why, yes, this card is from Walter and Skylar White and their son Walt Jr. from the show Breaking Bad. And I'd read you the rest of the letter, but it's full of spoilers. Well, looks like you're not getting the green this time. But you'll have plenty of green soon with this brand new kale coffee maker from Kale Mart. Enjoy a piping hot cup of kale in the morning, because apparently now kale is a thing that everybody's talking about and eating, and you can't escape it, so you might as well just put it in your f***ing coffee. You'll be happy to know this wrong answer of the game comes with $4,000. Congrats. Up next, positive feedback. What might you hear from a kingfisher that's fishing for compliments? So, did anybody notice I just got my scales waxed? So, did you guys see I'm wearing my fur differently? So, how does everyone like my new gill tattoo? Or, isn't anybody gonna mention my new feather dew? Time's almost up.
Swing and a miss.
Now pay attention. A kingfisher is a type of bird. You know, those things with feathers. Wow, talk about a needy, insecure bird. Oh my god, it's been 15 minutes. Somebody tell me I'm handsome. Interns, somebody tell me I'm handsome.
You're handsome, sir. So handsome, Mr. Masterson.
Ah, let's never cut it that close again.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
And now, Lucy in the Sky with Rubles. And oh yes, it's a dis or dat. I'm gonna read off 7 quotes totally out of context. For each one, I want you to tell me if it's something said by legendary pop star Elton John, or something said by Russian Prime Minister Vladimir Putin. If it was said by Elton John, press the square button. If it was said by Vladimir Putin, press the circle button. Okay, we're off. I do like Britney Spears. I think she's cute. I go to the gym. I swim daily. I myself know some people who are gay. I think happiness is love. I collect emotions. In America, I'd definitely be a Democrat. I'm 5'8". I hate being short. Good, but not good enough for a greatest hits album. Kind of like the song Elderberry Wine. Exactly. there's a lot of political turmoil in the world, we must trust Elton John's song, The Circle of Life. It's a simple philosophy that says this: no matter what happens, we can rest assured that one day, Vladimir Putin will be eaten by a lion. It's time for I Hunger for Love. If each member of the Hunger Games love triangle brought something different to the relationship, which of these arrangements would actually result in Katniss catching fire? Katniss brings air, Peeta brings friction, and Gale brings time. Katniss brings friction, Peeta brings fuel, and Gale brings inert gas. Katniss brings heat, Peeta brings time, and Gale brings oxygen. Or Katniss brings heat, Peeta brings fuel, and Gale brings oxygen. The so-called fire triangle outlines what is needed to start and maintain fire, which is heat, fuel, and oxygen. Remove one, no fire. But I'm sure you could get rid of Peeta and it would still be hot. 5 fingers! Coming up, one show down, 14,312 to go.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
And I'll throw some extra roses at you for a right answer. Put these Broadway musicals in order of longest to shortest original runs. Grease, Rent, Spamalot. Rent, Grease, Spamalot. Spamalot, Rent, Grease. Rent, Spamalot, Grease. It was begging to be picked. Opening in 1996, Rent ran for 12 years, Grease opened in 1972 and ran for 8 years, and Spamalot opened in 2005 and had a 5-year run. Of course, none of these tops the musical Cats, which ran for 233 straight years. Hard to believe, but true. Good for them. That's the end of a thrilling first round, and I'm happy to report you have the best score. Remember, I'm doubling the value of each question in round 2. Okay, let's see what's next. How about Chucky balls? I just love Chuck E. Cheese, especially those big ball pits with all the colorful balls that kids jump around in. So tell me this. Imagine, just hypothetically, that each color ball in a Chuck E. Cheese ball pit were a different virus. When you dive in, which ball could you definitely not come into contact with? A ball that causes polio, a ball that causes herpes, a ball that causes rabies, or a ball that causes plague? Trust me, you do not want to touch a herpes ball. Ready for this? Herpes, polio, and rabies are all caused by a virus. Plague is caused by a bacteria, so none of those virus balls could give you plague. Plague is spread by rodents, but luckily not singing animatronic rodents like the ones you find at Chuck E. Cheese. Hey, anyone want to go to Chuck E. Cheese after the game?
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Why not try leafy laughter? Imagine an episode of Between Two Ferns with Zach Galifianakis being filmed with a set of 2 new freshly sprouted ferns. Based on the name for fern sprouts, what might be a better name for that episode? Between 2 saplings with Zach Galifianakis? Between 2 pup shoots with Zach Galifianakis? Between 2 fronds with Zach Galifianakis? Or between 2 fiddleheads with Zach Galifianakis? I'm gonna vote die on this one. Why didn't you pick this? A fern sprout is called a fiddlehead based on its shape, which resembles the top of, you guessed it, a fiddlehead. And like Zach Galifianakis, they take about 40 years to fully blossom.
Follow me down to the sea.
Say hello to escargot for Margot. Okay, guys, I've got a theory, and I think it's pretty solid. Follow me on this. The movie Key Largo came out in 1948, and the next major Argo movie was Fargo. So there may have been a secret Argo embargo. Ergo, how long was the next Argo embargo between Fargo and Argo? 7 years, 12 years, 17 years, or 22 years? Fargo came out in 1996 and Argo in 2013. Ergo, a 17-year Argo movie embargo. And you know what never went out of style that entire time? Cargo pants. And on its way, to be or not to be Arthur.
Hi, this is Corky. And how about them Golden Girls, huh?
Old man, what the hell are you doing? Get away from the microphone.
But I need to ask a question.
Give me, damn it, give me that.
No,
Listen to me, you stupid old, give it to me.
Ow.
What's that thing? Who's that fella? Where's that squiddly up doodly doo? It's Foggy Facts with Old Man.
Skilly up, do. I forget.
All right. Just one question, and then you are out of here.
Okay, 2 questions. Great.
One question.
All right. Don't get your panties in a... whatever. I'm just trying to remember this one thing. I'm trying to think of this lovely singing gentleman. He was friends with those Muppet puppets, and he lived in Colorado. He talked to God in all those movies, and then he died in a plane crash. Now he's probably talking to the real God. Who the heck was that guy?
Okay, was it Engelbert Humperdinck, Jim Croce, Harry Belafonte, or John Denver? Yes, old man, it's country folk singer-songwriter John Denver. You're talking about John Denver.
I'm not talking about him. You are.
Why were you trying to remember John Denver, old man?
I wasn't.
What are you talking about? You just commandeered this game to ask a question about him.
Who?
John Denver.
Never heard of him. Toodaloo, boy.
Ah! Take a good look at Menage a Treat. Who would not be invited to a Neapolitan threesome? Vanilla Ice, Strawberry Shortcake, the band Sexual Chocolate, or Liz Lemon? Sexual Chocolate shows up at every threesome. Oh, honestly. Neapolitan ice cream consists of strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla, but not lemon. So Liz Lemon would not be invited. Remember, approaching a threesome is just like eating ice cream. If you go at it too quickly, you might damage the roof of your mouth. Welcome to the attack. When you see 2 clues that match, press the X button. 2,000 if you're right, but you lose 2,000 if you're wrong. And most importantly,
Remember the clue.
it's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Watch this Peter P. Who's the Peter P? Good luck. That's the game! Wow, I haven't seen that many Peter since... What? No. You know what? I'm not reading the rest of this joke.